Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new edition of our virtual online interview series. And we want to talk today with Monument Mining, and the CEO, Cassie Tsai, is already here in Vancouver. Cassie, good morning. How are you?
Very good. Good morning, Johan.
Thank you very much. Great. All good. And yeah, Monument Mining, long time that we talked last time. I think I think we spoke the last time in Munich even. Jesus Christ, that was the good old times when we had the fair of the precious metal fair in Munich. And of course, Kathy, can you please give us a short overview on the company and your three projects, please?
Okay, sure. Monument is a TSX venture listed company, a junior gold producer. It has three projects in Malaysia and West Australia. Gold portfolio include a Selinsing Gold Mine and a Murchison Gold Project, and we have another base metal project in Malaysia. So total portfolio for gold, we have 345 square kilometers in the land position, 150 square kilometers for Selinsing Gold Mine, 195 square kilometers for Murchison Gold Project, plus a 20% joint venture in Takanara project for 65 square kilometers. Mm-hmm. Overall, our gold portfolio has total resources at 1.2 million ounces. That include 880,000 ounces for Selinsing Gold Mine and 381,000 ounces for Murchison projects. Mm-hmm. So in Selinsing project, it has been in the production in past 10 years. It's generated 440 million gross revenue and a net cash 260 million for about over 350,000 ounces of gold being produced. Mm-hmm. And the Selinsing Gold Mine still have another 6 years life of mine for a 267,000 reserves, and that can generate approximately 100 million cash after the from the operations. And mm-hmm. Our objective for Murchison is to increase the company's value by increase our reserves and resources incrementally, and through our exploration and acquisition.
Mm-hmm. Okay, super. Okay, before we go through all the projects, let's start with the Selinsing project. You already said some good things on that, and of course, it's a nice cash-generating project. You said 6 years still is the mine life by now. So what are the next steps in 2021? What do you plan to do to, let's say, also enhance the mine life?
Okay. So to start a new life of mine, put it in production, we need to construct or upgrade our current gold processing plant by adding in a flotation plant and a bell leaching plant to be able to treat sulfide gold materials. For doing that, we need to raise money, about 55 million in new investment. What we're doing now, instead of put 55 million in one time, we decide to break the construction into two stages. First stage, we add into a flotation plant that can produce the gold concentrate. So that's the start. Total investment for that is about 20 million. So that's a huge de-risk factor. And after we put gold concentrate into production, we can generate cash and use that cash to build the next stage of the bell leaching plant. And, keep that in mind is on top of this life of mine, by building the bell leaching plant, that's allow us to purchase the sulfide gold concentrate from third parties. And then we can have a kind of a niche market if we can establish it, and we can use Selinsing as a cash generation center continually. And good for that is by process a third-party gold concentrate, we don't have to pay royalty. That's big savings over there.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. So that's something like toll milling, I would call it.
Yes, sort of. And also, we have a underground a potential to increase sulfide materials resources. And in the long term, we have our exploration plan to trying to discover new oxide inventory.
Okay, super. All right, so Selinsing, that looks quite good, and I think that's also makeable with the start with 20 million. Let's move to Australia, to your Murchison Gold Project. What's the exploration status there, and what are your future plans?
Okay, Murchison Gold portfolio provide us a growth opportunity to be established as a cornerstone project. That is our objective. And we plan to spend 10 million to engage 2 years exploration program to lift up the gold inventory. Currently, Murchison has 381,000 resources. 2/3 of it are measured and indicated. And we have a full production facility at the site permitted, 260,000 per ton year of the gold treatment plant over there. We can put it into early stage of the production if economic assessment delivers a good result, which currently undertaken. So hopefully through our exploration program, we can increase our gold inventory to make it more appealing production projects.
Okay.
And also the Murchison has multiple open pits in the history. Also had underground production before. It has a large unexplored land position, and also with lots of a very good target. So that is what I aim on to to work out these opportunities.
Okay, great. I remember also from former years the Mengapur project, which is still like a big project. So what's going on there? I could imagine a sale and or royalty makes probably sense. What can investors from you expect on that?
Yeah. So for years, in past 10 years, we generate cash trying to build up a stronger balance sheets, better asset base. Mengapur is the one we invested for base metal, mainly copper and iron projects, state-owned projects. However, we want to restructure our assets portfolio to concentrate on gold. So that can deliver very clear message to the market, not cause confusing because most of our current shareholders invested in gold. So I think by spinning out a Mengapur project, one, that it can cause a positive market re-rating for the company. So investors can be very clear, see the simple business model. And secondly, we can generate some cash from the selling that can be used for Selinsing Gold Project development and the Murchison project development, as well as corporate development.
Fantastic. And have you received already interest from Mengapur?
No. What we do is we're going to close this transaction expectively early in April, and we can receive the cash and use that cash. We can spend allocated 10 million for Murchison exploration, another 20 million for Selinsing and corporate development.
Okay,
and
good.
The royalty is depending on when the buyer, when they put it into production, we're entitled to receive 1.25% of gross revenue as a royalty.
Okay, so what is then the longer term vision of the company? Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Okay, first of all, in next 2 or 3 years, we want to concentrate, number one, to put a Selinsing flotation plant, constructed that and put it into production to generate a positive cash, boost up our cash flow. And then we can evaluate a niche market and consider to go to second stage of the bioleaching plant construction. So that's for the Selinsing. In next, we project the flotation plant can be put into production in the second quarter of next year. And for the Murchison, we're going to, as I said, put a 2 years exploration program, mainly to lift up our gold inventory and to build up a future growth opportunity to expand that project and being able to have a good production profile where shareholder can have a better return.
Super. And can I ask you already what might the production profile look like? I know it's a forward-looking statement just for the regulators, but what could we expect? Are we talking about, let's say, 50,000 ounces a year or 100,000 ounces? Just can you give us an idea for our viewers what that would mean like from Selinsing and from Murchison together?
Well, Selinsing, we have produced a feasibility study, and every year we're expecting production to produce on average basis. Every year it changes, of course. It's about 48,000 ounces per year with a two-stage profile. First of all, we produce the gold concentrate, right? By producing the gold concentrate, we have the mining plan, which content gold would be similar, but you are expecting the recovery would be lower compared to the full plant, bioleaching production. We're still doing the assessment. Some samples has been shifted to a Perth to the test work. Prospectively, we can receive the test result early April. We're going to fine-tune our flotation plant to try to optimize our gold concentrate, the quality of the gold concentrate for sellable concentrate.
Okay.
And what better assessment from that?
Great. And what might be the idea on the Murchison project? What is your feeling? What you can produce per year?
Well,
just approximately.
Yes, I cannot talk about that because we haven't published economic assessment in the 43-101 form. Internally, we did some assessment, but I can see that can generate a positive cash flow from look like, but whether that is good, we have to do assessment. We don't want to get production too early to put it into the, to get into exposed to operation risk. In the same time, there are still opportunity to really put it into a production by some follow-up work that need to be done. So we will make some announcement once we get the assessment completed, and then that can assist us to make a further decision on the early stage production. Yeah.
Okay. At least I tried it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, super. Super, Cassie. Well, that sounds really compelling, really interesting. And yeah, wish you all the best on that, of course. And I think I have a good feeling that we talk quite soon.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity, having you to put me on the video. And yes. I like to shareholders or potential investors to look at our website, read our recent news release to get a more precise information.
Yeah, absolutely. Super, Kathy. Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Cassie Tsai, the CEO of Monument Mining. And you heard it, lots is going on in the company. 20 million for the first phase for Selinsing, then another 35 million, which adds up to 55 million investment. So it's phase 1, phase 2 to enlarge the mine life. The mine still has a 6-year mine life. But what is also interesting is that the sale and royalty on the Mengapur project will, fund the company for sure also in the future. And yeah, the big bonus then is the Murchison project, next 2 years exploration, and then hopefully in production. So I would suggest you check out the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.
Thank you.